Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, they've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Now here's Doncic. Basket counts. Doncic has got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for Dallas. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season. Explosive first step off the bounce. Beverly has the speed to do this.
Right side Porzingis lets the 3 fly. They get it again. Here's Marjanovic, and the layup's good off the glass.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Beverly, an easy 2 points on the layup. Beverly's got his second bucket of the night.
Just 6'1", but not many players more physical than Patrick Beverley.
The 3 for Doncic. Good on the triple.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Now, here's George. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Hardaway.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
He hits the second from the line. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
The pass to Zubac. Over in the corner, Beverly. Shoots over Doncic, and an air ball on that one. Way off. Porzingis with the steal. George against Richardson. Doncic outside. To the middle. Here's Porzingis, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on George. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Now here's Leonard. Porzingis with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Marjanovic. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Good job inviting contact. The closer Leonard gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Hammering it in!
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Here's Jackson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
To the wing right side. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
A decisive finish for Reggie Jackson at the rim.
Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now here's Jackson. In the corner, Kennard with it. Back to Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. Up again. It's good on the putback.
When shots go up, one thing about Ibaka, he gets to the right place at the right time.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Marjanovic. Porzingis against Morris. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began. Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And so it's Dallas going into the break with a 10-point lead. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it...
This game, it's...
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
Reggie Jackson out there with Kennard. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Down by 12.
Always working to find open territory. Kennard's lethal in catch and shoot.
And so here is Dallas. Clippers able to drain the 3. Doncic with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Leonard against Doncic. Count it. 5 points in the game.
He's a bona fide star. Kawhi Leonard with the workman-like approach.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. And still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Here's Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Here's Brunson. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now, here is Ibaka. Here's Mann, and the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's Jackson. He's got 6. Out to Ibaka. Back to Jackson. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Johnson with a clean look. Off target with his 3. Clippers trail by 11. Down low. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like it.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Clippers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Oh, that's blocked. Hope they get it back. Here's Jackson. George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. And now it's only a 5-point Dallas lead. Brunson with it. It's good. Brunson's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside, George. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got 6.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. George has got the ball and a missed layup.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And some good action through the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. But Kenny Smith. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 10 points, and the Mavericks. And that does it for our half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
And some of it's just a mindset. He came into this game with a very unselfish approach, and his teammates have benefited from it.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Marjanovic in at the center. Porzingis finds Doncic. Shot clock at 5. That shot no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
In OKC, Paul George showed he can be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Here's Doncic. The Clippers getting the bucket. Passes it to Porzingis. And here is Marjanovic. Back to Porzingis. There's the pass to Marjanovic. Out to Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot to the middle, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there. And PG, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles, doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
The three for Doncic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
He doesn't get the second one.
He wanted to get his team to lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up. Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Stolen by Zubac. Here's Mann. Mavericks with the rebound. Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Porzingis. Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Now, here's George. He's got 10. Bucket is good. George has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Here's Doncic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Redick against Kennard. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Leonard, the pass to Morris. Back to Leonard. Shoots from 14. Again, Los Angeles.
You know, there's a rhythm to Leonard's game, but also an awareness. Just takes what the defense allows.
The three for Doncic. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Doncic has got 7 points for the quarter. Ibaka looking for an opening. Kennard on the wing. Back to Ibaka. Now here's Kennard. 6 to shoot. To the paint, Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Doncic against Jackson. And the wide open shot from Redick. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Doncic passes to Powell. Cauley Stein goes in. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Throws it up high, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
And here's Jackson. He's got 10. And Ibaka slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Morris. Paul George, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Now here's Leonard. He's got 9. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
One of the toughest covers in the league. Kawhi's jumper just keeps getting better.
Here's Brunson. Dallas again missing. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2 guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. They get it back. They get a hand on it. Batum with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from George.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done.
Inside, here's Powell and the dunk by Powell.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
George passes to Zubac, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Brunson against Beverley. Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. It's deflected. Stolen by Brunson. Looking for Cauley-Stein. He gets it there. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Leonard, no luck.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. To the inside. Stolen by Zubac. Pass to Leonard. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the 4th quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Redick finds Brunson.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
George. Leonard against Redick. Leonard, no luck. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Beverley.
Patrick Beverley plays with a scorer's mentality. Takes the opportunity to step up.
Ball's knocked loose. Brunson the pass to Redick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Leonard the pass to Batum. No good. That would have tied it. For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Redick for 3. Cauley-Stein. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. Cauley Stein's got 10 points in just the second half.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Leonard, no luck. Mavericks leading by 4. And Brunson has it in the corner. Powell finds Reddick. And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Brunson the pass to Reddick. Dishes it to Cauley Stein. Paul George grabs the miss. Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Back to Kennard. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Richardson left side.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
When you look at Richardson's skill set, you look at his size, you think, man, this guy could be a great 3-and-D player. Big moment at the line. As poised as you get, this thing is done.
And here's George for 3. Misses. So a close game sees Dallas. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena. And the Clippers starting five. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for Denver, Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. Now, here's Jokic. Here's Gordon. Tries again. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. And it's off from three-point range.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Here's George following the score by Jamal Murray.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Gordon finds Murray. Lob pass to Gordon. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
And teammates more and more looking for plays from Murray like that.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
George passes to Zubac.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This is his first free throw of the game. Both good from the line that time. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Gordon. He kicks it to Porter. Murray against Beverly. And it's Murray with the jam.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
For the Clippers, it's been a slow start here. They trail by 6. Leonard draws the double. Back to Beverly. Lets it go from deep. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Barton. Here's Murray. And Barton throws it down.
Oh, yeah, sure, Will Barton, you could have laid that one in, but why? People pay tickets to see that kind of stuff.
Clippers trail by 6. George dishes to Leonard. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Passes it to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Barton surveying the floor. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. Wow, he was up there 7. Great focus from Murray. Really sticking it to the D right there with the tough and one.
Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Cole comes in for Aaron Gordon. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And it's Austin Rivers in for Will Barton. And Ibaka kicks to Kennard. Back to Ibaka. Stolen by McGee. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone. Wide open look here for Murray. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The drive by Jackson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Murray outside. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Nuggets ahead, up by 12. And we'll be back shortly for...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Nuggets really take control here.
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Jackson. Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
For Denver, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Jackson against Morris. Kennard for 3. Man passes to Morris. Here's Man, guarded by Green. Here's Morris. And that one hits back iron.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Clippers trail by 12. Stolen by Rivers. Pass to Bull. Morris against Jackson. Morris passes to McGee. And there's the feed to Green. 4 on the clock. Here's Bull. There's the steal. Jackson with it. Guarded now by Morris. Pulls up for 3. Jackson misses. The Nuggets leading by 12. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite too, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Out to Ibaka. The pass to Man. And the 3 off target. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Now, here is Morris. There's the 3. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Kennard, and he dunks it down.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Down low. And McGee kicks to Rivers. Morris inside. He's against Morris. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Murray against Beverly. The three. Batum passes to Zubats. Back to Batum. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
So dangerous in the pick and roll. Jokic surveying not just the guy that's on the cut, but the entire floor.
Beverly with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. And stolen by Gordon. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Dishes it to Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Barton kicks to Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Jokic passes to Porter. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Clippers trail by 12. Here's Leonard. Porter pulls it in. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Gordon the pass to Porter. Here's Murray up on top. Defended by Beverly. Right at the free throw line. Jokic. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets.
Jokic is not the quickest guy off the floor, but he uses his body well and great timing to get the offensive rebound.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Jamal Murray had a huge first quarter. He had 12 points, 3 assists, and that...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets. They've got Porter. Bill Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the 4-man position. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. Murray surveying the D. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain, close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing 2-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser, because I believe he did a search for lock picks, because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Leonard against Porter. Second shot opportunity, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter. The Nuggets leading by 12. Murray dishes to Gordon. Now the pass to Jokic. There's 3-pointers off the mark for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Zubac finds Beverly. Back to Zubac. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it's Beverly missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Barton passes to Jokic. Back to Barton. Feeds it to Gordon. And the rejection by Zubac. Clock is at 3. A second chance effort. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
From deep, George. Denver grabs the miss. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Zubac against Barton. It's good from Gordon on the assist by Barton. Gordon's got 6. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? Mikal and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Rivers passes to McGee. Morris against Beverly. 7-foot shot, and it's blocked.
Can't be lazy around Patrick Beverly. He's going to get you down low with hands. That time, he blocks a shot.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Green against George. Nobody near Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. 9 points in the game so far.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Morris passes to Bull. The dish to McGee. To the paint. Nice move. And no problem from Bull as he finishes at the rim. Bull's got his second bucket of the game to go. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 13-point game. And Beverly kicks to Zubac. 46 seconds left to play here in the third. Misses in close. Nuggets have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Morris dishes to Green. McGee the pass to Bull. And here is Green. From outside off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Inside, here's Beverly, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
There's something about Beverly. He seems to be one of the point guards who enjoys the physical contact out there, always looking for something.
And the second free throw, good. Now Morris. Fires from deep. The shot misses. And so it's Denver enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Mann in at the 3. Morris kicks the Bull. Morris with the rebound. Clippers trail by 12. There's the triple. Mann can't hit. The Nuggets shooting well, 50% from the floor. Rivers dishes to McGee. Pass to Morris. Back to McGee. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. McGee's got the lead up to 14 now for Denver. Outside Jackson. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Morris passes to Mann. The shot comes out. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here's Morris. Unloads from 13. And McGee kicks to Morris. He dishes it to McGee. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Pass to Bull. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Clippers trail by 14. And they double up Jackson. Pass to Mann. Jackson against Morris. Outside Jackson. Back to Kennard. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. McGee's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Morris against Jackson. Morris inside. It's stolen by Ibaka. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Lays it up off the glass.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Denver leading by 12. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. The shot's good from McGee.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson passes to Morris. And that one comes up a bit short. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Kennard with the ball. Now guarded by Barton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Porter. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Nuggets lead by 14.
And Porter's height and length around the basket is going to help him create opportunities to score.
Porter against Morris. Deflects the pass. Jokic with the steal. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Three-pointer, Barton. No good that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. From down in the low post, it goes.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle. And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Nuggets.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage, plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jamal Murray.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
There's Porter with the three. Rebounded by Jackson. Here's the Clippers. Down by 15. Morris kicks to Kennard. Out to Ibaka. On the wing, Jackson. Wants to get it to Morris and does. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
This is where Morris can kill you. He's pretty much claimed that in-between game.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. Even early on in this one, it seemed like... The sprawling metropolis of... And with...
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Nikola Jokic. Bill Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Gordon in at the 4. And for the Mavericks, they've got Richardson. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward spot. Now here's Doncic. A three-pointer, no good. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Now Murray. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Off target from the wing.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
It's stolen. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Here's Porzingis. Rebound by the Nuggets.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And a wide open look for Porter. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now, here's Doncic. Makes it off the glass.
Just another way. Luka Doncic is such a tough cover. This guy's knack for getting into the painted area and converting both easy shots and contested shots.
Here's Jokic. Pass to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And stolen by Murray. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Gordon's running. Outside for Murray. Jokic passes to Gordon. To the middle. And then Gordon with the dunk.
The very definition of a high percentage shot. Aaron Gordon, throw it down.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Murray.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Murray, the pass to Porter. Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 5. That one goes in.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Here's Doncic following the basket by Jokic. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Misses the 3.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Jokic following the score by Dallas. Outside Gordon. The Mavericks trailing. A 3 from Porzingis. It's hauled in by Gordon. For Denver, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And stolen by Richardson. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. And another miss by Denver. Richardson outside. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Poked away. Plenty of space. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Murray outside. And that basket was going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Man, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Doncic outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Porter. And it's Murray in at the point. Now, here is Morris. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. Now Morris after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. Here's Green. That one doesn't go. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. McGee with the block. Rivers with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
Doncic against Morris. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Rivers finds Morris. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. McGee's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 4. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Porzingis. Over Bull. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one is on Bull.
And every year it seems to me Kristaps Porzingis willing to take on more and more responsibility. There is a process to becoming a better leader, and Kristaps Porzingis is right in the middle of it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Murray against Brunson. Inside, Porzingis, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
I'll tell you, he's playing with much more discipline here in the second quarter. He is waiting for good opportunities and capitalizing. He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Now here's Barton. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him. All free throws good from Barton. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Porter against Hardaway. And stolen by Cauley Stein. And there's the pass to Brunson. Over Murray. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Redick with it. Now guarded by Barton. And they're moving it up. Porzingis kicks to Brunson. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Gordon. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. And Barton throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
So it's the Mavericks now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Brunson, good.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Now here's Barton. He's got 6. And here's Gordon. Murray outside. 4 on the shot clock. Jokic passes to Murray. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Brunson scanning the floor. Redick. Hardaway for 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by... And...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slot. Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Cauley Stein in at center. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And here's Brunson following the 3 from Will Barton. Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Now Hardaway. Back to Porzingis. The 3. Rebound by Murray. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul. The Nuggets leading by 6. Here's Murray. Passes to Jokic. Shoots.
And that stifling defense of Cauley Stein is what got him drafted 6th back in 2015.
Nuggets shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Just put the pass in his vicinity, and Aaron Gordon will take care of the rest.
Pass to Porzingis. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. pass to Brunson. Outside Hardaway. Over Jokic. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And the Nuggets making a change here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Cole comes in for Gordon. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Austin Rivers in for Will Barton. Now here's Hardaway. Here's Brunson. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr., a better playmaker than maybe people think. This guy very good at breaking the defense down.
Now here's Rivers. It's rebounded by Dallas.
When you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Here's Rivers after the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. The pass to Green. He kicks to Murray. Back to Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Porzingis high post. Outside, Redick. Back to Porzingis. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Very tough to affect the shot of Porzingis without leaving your feet. And KP, because of that, has the ability to keep them off balance.
Monte Morris is checked in for Jamal Murray.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Morris against Brunson. Morris with the bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now Brunson. Outside, Porzingis. Cauley-Stein with it. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Drills the three-pointer. Hardaway's got 5.
I just love how confident Tim Hardaway Jr. is from long distance. This guy will cash in from there.
Morris dishes to Rivers. 35 seconds left in the third. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on J.J. Redick.
Well, January 15th of 2015 provided a special moment in NBA history. Austin Rivers made his debut for the Clippers guys, who were coached, of course, by Doc Rivers. That was the first time in history a father coached his son in an NBA game. What a special, special time.
Now, here's Ball. And the dunk by Ball.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
And here's Brunson. From 11 feet away, they get the rebound. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over. It turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Green. JaVale McGee is out there with Bowl. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Morris in at the point guard. And it's good for two.
Huge play on the offensive glass there to get more second chance points. He's only getting more physical as this game wears on.
This guy just feeds off that fourth quarter pressure in a tight game like this. That's when we can really see the kind of heart he plays with.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Murray outside. To the inside. Gordon. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks trailed by 3. Doncic with it. Now guarded by Porter.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Murray, the pass to Barton. The shot's good. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
The 3 for Doncic. Not going to go that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Denver passing it around. Barton kicks to Murray. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Richardson, no luck. The Nuggets leading by 3. Martin with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. And he gets it to go.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Richardson the pass to Doncic. Looking to get it going, and Doncic throws it down.
Boy, Luka Doncic excels in the two-man game. You handle the rock with perfection. Nicely done, young sir.
Murray surveying the D. Over Doncic. Murray, no good. Mavericks trail by 3. Here's Richardson, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. Nuggets shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Passes it to Jokic. And foul on the coach's challenge has been issued. This game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open 3, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Jokic, and the layup's good off the glass. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Doncic against Murray. And the dunk by Doncic.
Luka Doncic loves the big moment, and he delivers.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. It's a one-point game. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Bol, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Doncic outside to take the lead. It falls.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Barton outside. Back to Murray. Down low. Barton, no luck. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Here's Doncic. Kicks it to Richardson. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. And the Clippers starting five. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in at the four. And for Dallas, Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the three, a small forward. And it's Paul George with the five. That's his first foul. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Clock at 4.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Richardson up again. Porzingis on the follow.
Porzingis doing a nice job using that length to clean up the glass nicely.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. 4-point game. Here's George. Drops in the layup for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Finney-Smith. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
And where Finney-Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney-Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
Now here's Leonard. Puts up a 3. Porzingis with the rebound.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Finney-Smith kicks to Marjanovic. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, I like how Beverly takes advantage of these transition opportunities. He's crafty and clever at getting past the defense.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Now, here's Doncic. He dishes it to Richardson. Porzingis high post. The 19-footer is on the money. Porzingis has got 6 points.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Back to Beverly. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 5 points in the game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Doncic against George. Leonard with the steal. All alone. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And, you know, the intensity Leonard plays with on defense is impressive, using his huge hands to claw the ball away.
And Doncic, here we go. And Doncic throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Cauley Stein comes in for Marjanovic. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
There's 1:17 left to play in the first. Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. Pass to Redick. Rebound by the Clippers. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go. The Mavericks leading. And that one is hammered home.
Powell doing a nice job recognizing when to give it up. He, to me, is the epitome of a value utility player. Knows his role.
Now, here is George. Left side, Leonard. Back to George. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Leonard. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And part of what makes Kawhi such a great player is that jump shot. You can't just worry about him attacking the basket.
Now here's Brunson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Clippers trail by 3. Beverly dishes to Leonard.
I think he has to play more conservative from this point on. I mean, that's 2 fouls already.
The Clippers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Brunson scanning the floor. At the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. Mavericks lead by 1. The second quarter coming. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Ibaka. Kennard is out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Mann in at the 3 spot. Here's Jackson. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Kennard for 3.
Good at contesting without fouling. I like seeing Redick in the face of his man.
And a 5-star recruit coming out. And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen.
And fellas, he pulled it off to perfection.
Out to Morris. Back to Ibaka. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Redick. That one a little long. The Clippers trail. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Kennard. Left side, Ibaka. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
So Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duo.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. You know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Passes it to Porzingis. Out to Doncic. From deep. Dallas again missing. The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Jackson gets the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 1.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Doncic against Jackson. The drive by Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
And here's Kennard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Cauley Stein comes in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Just 4 to shoot. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. No good from outside. The Mavericks shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Brunson kicks to Powell. Kennard against Redick. Powell, the pass to Cauley Stein. No stopping him there. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Brunson and the rejection by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it. Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it. Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
And the pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. It's stolen by Morris. It's tipped and stolen by Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Kennard against Redick. Redick with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 3. Cauley Stein with it. He has 6. And the layup is good. Cauley Stein's got 8 points.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
And the wide open shot for Morris. No good on the last second attempt there. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Mavericks. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1. And that's going to do it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, Billy Cauley Stein displaying his skills tonight.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
They've got Richardson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Pass to Finney-Smith. Beyond the arc. Moves back up. And the rejection by Zubac.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And Beverly kicks to Batum. Right side, George. Beverly dishes to George. And stolen by Richardson. It's hauled in by George.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Fast break, Dallas. Here's Doncic. And he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got 6.
Porzingis has no problem giving the ball up. This is just the kind of unselfishness you like to see.
Here's Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Here's Richardson. George with the defensive effort. Clippers trail by 3.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season, was coming off an injury, and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 3. Now here's Leonard. Tight defense on him. Zubac's the pass to Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. George with the ball. Now guarded by Redick. Here's Zubac. Banked in off the glass. Zubac has got 4 this quarter.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Here's Brunson in the corner. Powell with it. Back to Brunson. That's tipped.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum, really an asset in blocking shots.
And Beverly kicks to George. Back to Beverly. And that one clear. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
One-on-one here. And Cauley Stein throws it down. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me. But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself.
Well, he couldn't help himself. Couldn't resist. That really was a spectacular play.
And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Finney Smith passes to Pop. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Redick with the bucket.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
George dishes to Leonard. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back after this break. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So for the Clippers right now, Reggie Jackson out there with Kennard. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's man in at the small forward.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Zinkis, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Marjanovic comes in for Cauley Stein. Richardson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Richardson against Kennard.
You look at Porzingis, guys, and I like his versatility, especially on the defensive end where he can guard multiple positions.
Everyone on D looks a step slow in transition as they keep getting beat down the floor. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Outside Jackson, past a man. Back to Jackson. Kennard for three. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Porzingis. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Another shot. He's off on that one, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And here comes the break. Morris with the bucket.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Doncic outside.
I can honestly say, as a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, until that final buzzer sounds, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Looking to get back on track here. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Hardaway against Leonard. Hardaway dishes to Richardson. Clock at 6. Back to Hardaway. The 3-ball. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And this is what they wanted. To announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Mavericks.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Willie Cauley-Stein.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Here's Doncic. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. What a terrific team victory.
You've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Porzingis against Zubac. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. The dish to Hardaway. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Leonard with no one around. Hits it from 3-point range.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the 3-ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. You're looking live in Dallas. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Aaron Gordon out there with Michael Porter. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Murray in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point. Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Jokic kicks to Murray. Moves back up. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And Murray is so deadly with the catch and shoot, Jay. When the D isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with it.
Here's Leonard. There's the pass to Zubac. Takes it out to Leonard. Three-pointer. Here's George. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
Murray with it. Barton outside. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Denver with the ball. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Murray against Beverly. Murray outside. Pass to Gordon. Crafty move, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
And here are the Nuggets now after the Clippers pick up 2. Zubac against Jokic. Murray, the pass to Gordon. Stolen by Beverly. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. Leonard on the wing. The dish now to Batum. Zubac kicks to Beverly. Outside, George. 5 on the clock. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Murray against Beverly. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Puts up a 3. And again, Denver with the triple. And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
The Nuggets leading by 4. At the elbow, Jokic. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Back to Murray. Floats it up for Jokic. Hammers the alley-oop through.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Now here's Leonard. Back to George. Outside Leonard. The tray. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Offline with his 3. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. JaMychal Green comes in for Porter. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Will Barton. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Morris outside. Green deciding where to go with it. It's Rivers on the wing. Green, the pass to Gordon. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Pass to Kennard. To the paint. Morris kicks to Kennard. Launches it. Here's Mann. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Denver with their lead standing at... Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback
Old school basketball.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
We've got Ibaka. Kennard is out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now, here is Morris. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Bol, he's checked in for Gordon. Morris finds McGee. Stolen. Jackson with it. Guarded now by Morris. Up the floor. And stolen by Bol. Rivers against Kennard. Here's Green. Back to Rivers. Out to the right wing. McGee dishes to Morris. And he's going up for the alley-oop. 6 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Bol can't hit. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Mann. And he banks in the layup. Mann's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Clippers.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive. Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully he can stay healthy this go around.
Now here is Morris. Here's Bol, and the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Jackson down low. Morris is there. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Jackson. And here's Denver.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Yep, that one goes. And the Nuggets lead by 6. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Rivers against Kennard. High post to Ibaka. Back to Kennard.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Outside, Green. And he drops it in from the low post. Green's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Now here's Jackson. Feeds to Ibaka. Jackson trying to break free. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Pass to Mann. Now Kennard. There's 1:38 left in the second quarter. Los Angeles with another miss. The Nuggets leading by 6. Down low. It's tipped. Hangs. Morris kicks to McGee. Back to Morris. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And he can do a lot more damage
to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Now the feed to Ibaka. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
For Denver, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Morris outside. This is the Bull. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Morris. Kennard with the ball. Picked up by Rivers. Shots good by Kennard.
With good size for a 2-guard, Luke Kennard can finish in the paint.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Morris outside. Now the pass to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Jackson looking it over. Out to Ibaka with his first shot attempt. Jackson dishes to Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
The polished mid-range game of Morris. Some of his best shots come from about that 12 to 20-foot range.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome. Denver was looking great right away. They had the pieces in place for a nice stretch. That's all for now.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been quite a game for JaVale McGee.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Aaron Gordon. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Murray. Nicholas Batum unable to get his shot to go. Shot clock at 3. The putback. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Leonard's got the first points of the second half here for Los Angeles. Denver in the lead. Outside Gordon. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Back to Murray. Gordon. It's good on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
Outside Batum. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. 3-point lead. Porter, no luck. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. A 3 from Leonard. Back to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard for the tie. Bangs home the trifecta. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Back to Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Zubac finds Beverly. And here's Batum, defended by Gordon. Outside for George. For the lead. Plays it up and banks it in.
Look, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
Here's Jokic after the basket by Los Angeles. Throws it down as the official. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Jokic finds Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
You have to enjoy seeing Murray jam it down. His vertical is very impressive.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Now here is Ibaka. Pass to Kennard. There's the triple. Stolen by Rivers. Passes to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
The drive by Jackson, stolen by McGee. It doesn't go for him. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Denver on top, up. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Now Morris. Ibaka is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Mann in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Morris, no good. The Clippers trail. Morris with the ball. Picked up by Rivers. Jackson against Rivers. Jackson drives in. Morris kicks to Ibaka. 5 to shoot. Jackson has the open look. Sinks the three-pointer. Jackson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Los Angeles. The Nuggets shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Here's Morris. Over Jackson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Marcus Morris picks one up there. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. No good on the second free throw.
He is definitely disappointed. He couldn't put his team up in front, but at least he knotted this one up.
Leonard inside, covered by Morris. And that one's good. Leonard's got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles. Here's Morris. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Pass to McGee. To the middle. Here's Bull. And the rejection by Zubats. And here's Beverly. The shot from 20 feet away. Here's Batum. McGee with the block. On the wing, Morris. And the rejection by Zubats. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubats. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Aaron Gordon comes in for JaMychal Green. Will Barton, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. And it's Jamal Murray in for Morris. Now here's Murray. Lays it up off the glass. Murray's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
Here's George. And stolen by Barton. Inside, Murray. Here's Gordon. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Leonard finds George, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Beverly against Murray. Got a piece of it. Left side, Leonard. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Kicks it out to Leonard.
Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
Throws it up high. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bowl there with a big basket.
George passes to Beverly. Zubats with it. Back to Leonard. Over Gordon. Leonard, no luck.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Trying to ice this one. Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
The Nuggets trail. Murray outside. And there's the pass to Jokic. That shot misses. The Clippers go the other way with it. Batum dishes to George. He kicks it to Beverly from outside the arc. And it's Denver with the rebound.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
You know what? They're focused right now. Every possession has to yield points.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Here's Leonard. Bull making his last shot. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Murray outside to take the lead. Ooh, offline. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Money!
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
And so Mike Malone calls the timeout. Guys, what's your take?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field. And a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
Denver calls timeout. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
Here's Jokic. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they cut. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Doncic. And it's Richardson in at the 2. And for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. Then there's Bull. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the small forward. Sinks the triple. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5 because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you a luxury to play smaller.
The Mavericks shooting their first foul shot of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And the technical free throw is good.
And Josh Richardson continuing to develop his overall game, has such good height at the 2-guard spot.
Doncic, no good. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the dunk by Bull.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now, here's Doncic. And he gets the bucket. Doncic has got 5 points so far.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
To the inside, Porzingis with the steal. Doncic against Murray. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Porzingis. And here are the Nuggets now. 4-point game. Murray dishes the ball. Back to Murray. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way.
That's the kind of play where I feel like Josh Richardson's feeling more and more comfortable. Gets up big time.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Now here's Porzingis following the miss by Jamal Murray. Marjanovic passes to Hardaway. Back to Marjanovic. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Murray surveying the D. Jokic finds Porter. Now Jokic over Porzingis. 5 on the clock. Back to Jokic. Looking to end the run. And the layup is good. Jokic has got his second bucket.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
Murray against Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Barton. No points in the game yet for him. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Outside, Porter. Barton passes to Porter. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Now here's Brunson. The pass to Cauley Stein. Brunson against Murray. Here's Cauley Stein. Pass to Redick. Back to Cauley-Stein. Barton against Redick. Shoots over Barton. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. 30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here is Morris. Inside, McGee. Dishes to Green. Back to McGee. He kicks it to Rivers. Shot clock at 6. And the layup's good off the glass.
Aggressive move off the dribble. You could see the confidence growing right now for Austin Rivers.
From deep. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He finished. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got JaVale McGee. JaMychal Green is out there with Gordon. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Morris in at the 1 spot. The shot by Redick, no good. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. The Nuggets trail by 4. Now Morris. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. McGee's shot is off. Releases. Richardson, no luck.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Morris finds Gordon. Hardaway with the steal. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Morris looking over the floor. And it's McGee with the jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Doncic. 11 points in the game. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Rivers has got the ball. The shot's good from McGee.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
And after some time over in France and the G League, JaMychal Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his three-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
2 free throws coming up, and they call. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Here's Doncic. 11 points in the game. Unloads. Marjanovic with it. To the middle. Tries yet again. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Marjanovic has got his first bucket in this one.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Back to Barton. Porzingis with the block. Here's Porzingis, the fast break chance. And stolen by Bull. Porter against Doncic. Porter passes to Jokic. And Jokic slings it in.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Richardson against Murray. 1:15 left in the first half of the game. Just 5 on the clock. Baseline try, and it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Porzingis. Doncic has got 13. Now here's Murray. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Passes it to Barton. Murray outside. Steps back and fires. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
36 seconds left in the first half. Back to Porzingis. And the layup falls. Porzingis has got his second basket.
Yeah, this is where Porzingis can do the most damage. 7'3". He's got the height. He's going to shoot over just about anybody in the league.
Jokic against Richardson. Jokic kicks to Murray. Doncic comes with the double team. Barton wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game. And here is Doncic. From deep. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Nuggets lead by 1.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play, everybody. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They only had a couple of rough stretches, and as the first...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the floor for Dallas, J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. Brunson the pass to Redick. Pass to Cauley Stein. Sweet move.
You can just see these signs from Cauley Stein about figuring some things out about where he can be effective on the floor. That time, a nice use of the pump fake.
And so he hits both. Now Morris, still looking for his first bucket in this one. The pass to Green. Here's McGee, kicks it out to Gordon. That shot, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a big that can run the floor, so he can be a weapon in the fast break game.
Rivers finds McGee. Back to Rivers. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play. Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
And so Green will bring it up for Denver. Pass to Gordon. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Back to Morris. Passes it to Rivers. Green in the post. Working on Cauley Stein. Shoots from the baseline. Morris, no good. The Mavericks shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Here's Brunson. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Morris outside. Outside, Green. Powell with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And the wide-open shot from Redick. That's JaVale McGee with the rebound. The Nuggets trail. Here's Rivers. Finished off the break. Rivers has got 6.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Brunson against Morris. Brunson up top. It's Powell on the wing. Here's Finney-Smith. He lofts it up, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Yeah, Cauley Stein can get up there, and the guards know that, so available for an oop at any time.
Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Rivers passes to Morris. Green deciding where to go with it. Kicks to Gordon. That shot off. Great D that time from Redick. Cauley Stein in the post. He's guarded by Rivers. Out to the wing. Back to Powell. Here's Finney-Smith. Powell dishes to Cauley Stein. Redick for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
Easy to see why J.J. Redick is a guy that everybody talks about as being one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
To the paint, and it's McGee with the jam.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Brunson the pass to Redick. Brunson with it. Three-pointer. Powell trying to free himself up. Was shot by Redick. No good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Green gets it to go.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Now here's Brunson. It's stolen by Morris. It's all tied in Denver. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Will Barton. Michael Porter's out there at Bowl. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Murray in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And Doncic gets it to go.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Jokic passes to Murray. Jokic draws the double. Porzingis with the steal. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. The Nuggets trail by 4. Pass to Jokic. to Barton for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And you can see how dangerous that catch-and-shoot game can be. Will Barton continues to impress.
Richardson outside. Barton against Doncic. Shoots over Barton. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. 4 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. Trailing by 4. The pass to Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. He gets it in there.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
And here's Richardson. Back to Doncic. Pass to Richardson. Count that one.
Yeah, it felt like he was pretty poised on that possession. Created something out of nothing with the clock winding down.
Passes it to Jokic. "11 feet away." It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Shoots over Barton. And that one's good. Marjanovic. Now it's a 6-point Maverick lead.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Here's Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Porzingis.
And Jokic, even though we look at his body and you don't think he plays physically, he can do that.
And Jokic drops them both.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
Pass to Richardson. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Porzingis finds Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
At 7-3, Porzingis with no trouble seeing over the defense. Excellent pass and a very unselfish play.
Barton surveying the floor. Jokic on top. Guarded by Porzingis to the right side. Doncic comes with the double team. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
How about Murray stepping up, poised for this young player?
Mavericks leading by 3. Doncic outside. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Nice open look, but it's no good. Here's Jokic.
Jokic doing a better job there of using his body inside and getting the angle, then finds his way to the line.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 2 here. Gordon's checked in for the Nuggets. And Dallas with a change here, too. Cauley Stein's checked in. Mavericks have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Doncic from the arc. That doesn't go either for Doncic. Here's Denver now. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Nice D from Porzingis.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync. Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Doncic feeling it out. Kicks it out to Richardson. That will count. Shot is good. But, oh, it looks like this one might get reviewed. Very close on the release. And the officials are headed to the scores table to review it. Let's see what happens here.